I've got a backup plan. Yeah, okay. All right, so I had this cunning plan. My plans are cunning, and I had a cunning plan year 8. So we're 2 lessons. We're 2 lessons away from half term, and I always get these crazy ideas. I don't know where they come from. They pop in my head. Crazy ideas just come to me. It's like magic. So I thought, you know what? We've been doing plants and stuff, and you've done really well on it. And I thought I'd really like to do xerophytes. Xerophytes are cool. He thought, what's a xerophyte? Xerophytes are plants that live in extreme environments like cacti. And it's like, I don't know if any of you've been to any kind of extreme environments. I've been to the Sahara Desert. I mean, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. It's dry and hot. That's just the Sahara Desert. It's like kind of hot. So, and to give you an idea, as humans, we wouldn't live very long in the Sahara Desert because it's like kind of hot. But plants do. Not only do plants live in places like deserts, they live in some of the craziest places going. As long as they're light, they're alive. But anywho, I thought, you know what? Yeah, there was some really good work. So why don't we learn about xerophytes? Well, to learn about xerophytes, you've got to back up a little and learn about diffusion and the rate of transpiration. I thought, why not? So I did. So let's start off with a little bit of recap. What is transpiration? All right, we did this a few weeks ago. Transpiration is the movement of water. Here's my post diagram from the roots to the leaf. It goes through the xylem vessels. We did these long kind of dead pipes. And it is powered by the evaporation of water from the leaves. And it is upside down, my evaporation. And the reason being, plants have stomata, these tiny little holes on the underside of their leaf. All right. So this is transpiration, water being taken up by the roots, up the xylem, through the leaf, and evaporates out. But what affects that evaporation? To understand what affects that evaporation, you've got to understand diffusion. Diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of molecules from a high concentration, oh dear, to a low concentration. I want to write that out. It's so exciting. Yeah, no, it sounds so dull and boring. It's like, oh my God. And I got to learn that for science. Yes, you do. What does all that mean? And have we done it before? Yes, we have. But it's been a long time. Concentration. So I got these pictures. I was saying to year 13 yesterday, I got pictures in my head, and you better have pictures in your head. And I hurt my finger. So what are these pictures in my head? So my son is year 11. He makes the acey sticky cookies you can imagine. We don't eat them that often, but oh my God. Right? I can cook, but I can't bake. I've never really been interested in baking, but he is very interested in baking. Hannah, isn't your brother really good at baking?
Yeah, but he stopped.
I know. Now, so that's my daughter Hannah. She's in the same year group as you guys. Baking. Baking cakes. Yum yum. So now I want you to imagine baking cakes. And there I am, sat on my laptop. I'm not so small, I'm not so skinny. There's my laptop. Now I want you to think about something. There is a high concentration over here of lovely baking smells. A high concentration, let's do that in text. A high concentration of lovely baking smells. I mean, it's lovely. The smell of baking cakes is better than eating cakes. It's a bit of a letdown because it sounds amazing. So you've got all these molecules of baking cakes. And here I am, thinking very hard. Thinking, I wonder what experiment I can do today. And after a while, these molecules move from a high concentration to a very low concentration. There's a low concentration. Actually, there's no concentration here. It's a very low concentration. Low concentration. of baking molecules. Low concentration. So the molecules will move from a high concentration over here to a low concentration until I smell it. Now, I'm a daddy, and every daddy's job is to test food in the house. And I shall now get up, walk over, and eat the cake. That's what daddies are supposed to do. So that's the entire idea, right, of what diffusion is, and that affects transpiration, guys. Okay, so first thing, temperature. When it's warm, your molecules have more energy. So imagine it's baking. The molecules are hot, they're coming out. They move faster across to me. They have more kinetic energy. They move faster. Right? Okay, now humidity. So now we're going to look at the actual plants. Humidity means the air is full of water molecules. So normally we're going from a high concentration to a low concentration of water molecules. It's just diffusion. But all of a sudden, this is the inside of the leaf. This is the air outside. This is air. So normally there's a high concentration of water vapor inside the leaf and a low concentration out. And the water molecules are happy moving out. But all of a sudden the air is really humid. So now you have a high concentration in the air outside. So your molecules don't move out as fast. Okay. Now I can bring the next thing in, wind, air movement. If you've got air outside, along comes air, blows away the molecules that are stuck outside, and we go back to having a low concentration. Okay. The last one is light intensity. The more light there is, the more photosynthesis the plant wants to do. The more photosynthesis they want to do, the more carbon dioxide they want. So your stomata, your holes underneath open up. Because now you've opened up lots of holes, more water vapor can leave. So it speeds up transpiration. That's the 4 things I want you to think about. Your 10 easy, 10 medium, 10 hard questions. All right? But that's your thing. This is not easy. All right? It's quite, but hopefully it's getting easier. But you know what I'm like. I like teaching you guys tough stuff. All right, let's stop recording now.